Hey guys, so this is another Who to Summon video, and I'm still sick. I still sound funny, so please bear with me, guys. So let's just jump right into it. So we have three very good options this time around. However, there is one of them that I decided to change the rating to a must-have for very good reasons, and I'm gonna talk about that in a second. Let's talk about Francine first. Francine, when she was released, I straight up told in my video to not even get this hero of how bad I was seeing her actually performing at the time. However, in time I was able to see people getting her maxed out and putting her on defense, and yeah, she performs much better than I actually expected, especially if you combine her with Gunoff and other heroes to actually additional stuns. It's pretty disgusting, and if you're crazy enough to attack her with the yellow team, even more disgusting. But yeah, she's not the must-have hero here for sure, but she's definitely worth using if you want to actually use her on defense specifically. On the attack, I have seen some moves that on there which are pretty good with her in that situation. So in general, I do believe that she is a good hero, not a must-have, but she is a very good hero, especially if you have her maxed out and on defense for sure, guys. Now, my girl here, Luca, is if you saw my original video, I really dig this hero, and what I like most about this hero is if you get her at +0 and you have a Dritha, you're gonna be amazed of how good she performs there. All of my favorite abilities from her, you get her at +0. That's the beauty of her in that situation. Specifically, when you play against enemies like Mildred and things like that, you're gonna want to activate her like all the time. Even with her ability here, with her surge, you are going to want to actually use her surge every single time Mildred goes off, and I used her all the time to make sure that the damage transfer doesn't go in. So in that situation, I'm always going to want to use her in that situation. And she straight up, in my team at least, she straight up replaces Valerie for cleansing and healing. I already used Director N and her to create a bunch of shields, so I don't really need a bunch of healing in that situation. So yeah, she's very powerful. And very powerful in the sense if you use her with a Dritha, because if with her and a Dritha, you're able to use a Dritha 3 freaking times in a single turn, and not a lot of heroes are able to withstand three straight shots of a Dritha in a single turn. So yeah, remember, you have to see my video so you can understand better, because it's twice with a Dritha, and if you activate all 4 other heroes, you're gonna actually make a Dritha go off again in that situation. So very powerful hero in my opinion. Still not a must-have because I tested her out in defense in so many different teams, and it's not working. It's simply not working on defense. She's not working on defense at all. Even at +5, even with a bunch of heroes that make her dodge, I'm still finding a good team for her. There must be a good team for her, but I'm still not finding it, guys. I'm still not finding it. But on the attack, I think she's a superstar, even at +0. But on defense, I still haven't seen any proof that she's at all good on defense at all, guys. So yeah, we'll continue. We'll continue testing. Hopefully, I'm wrong again in that situation. Now for Elaine, when she was released, I said that she wasn't a must-have, but I mean, after all this time, yeah, she's definitely a must-have at this time, because I completely ignore her ability to break shields and the Soul Link and all that good stuff. I mean, yeah, she's a game changer for green for sure. I definitely should have paid more attention to that. However, the writing is on the wall. The top guilds are using her everywhere. Dream is using. I mean, there's, if you play against Dream, you're very rarely going to see a player without Elaine, because she is just that relevant. Breaking shield, Soul Link. If it's only one target, it's going to do 50% more damage. And the thing is that the dodge thing that she does, it's not, in other words, dodge prevention. The thing is with that, it's not really relevant still until this day, because dodge heroes are not exactly so relevant right now in the meta. However, breaking shields is relevant, and Soul Link is relevant, especially versus Alia teams to destroy them in that situation. So yeah, Elaine is a must-have, guys. I saw the light for sure. Elaine is definitely a must-have hero, very powerful hero for sure. However, to make her work with her Soul Link and all that good stuff, I highly recommend you to get her to +1 in that case for sure. Now let's talk about the 4 stars. Let's start with this guy over here, Jack. I mean, Jack, no, don't get this guy. He's only good versus green heroes, and who's gonna use this guy versus green? And I mean, and very few defense teams are green, so yeah, I don't recommend you getting Jack, upgrading all that good stuff. However, Caitlyn, if you don't have Valerie, you need Caitlyn if you're playing in as free to play and things like that, because there's really no better options for healing, and she's fast, so you can slap an actual energy weapon on her. So she's a pretty good hero. For a 4 star, she's pretty cool, guys, for sure. The only thing that she's missing is cleansing, so do take that into account to actually finding a cleansing hero on your team. Now, Lena, she looks, as I said before, she looks amazing. She's pretty cool. She could be used to actually hold the whip, which is Tharisan's weapon. But after that, green doesn't need defense. Isadora gives double that. So yeah, if she gave attack, it would have been a lot different. But she gives defense, sadly. So not recommended. However, Tarmo is a good 4-star hero, especially if you want to put it with other heroes that actually are from the Idrith faction. He's pretty cool. He's able to actually protect your heroes, make them dodge with his own faction, things like that. So giving 25% dodge with four Idrith heroes on the defense could be relevant for you if you have a Percy +3 and things like that. So he's a pretty cool hero. I do like him a lot. And finally, Clara. Clara is a hated hero, but I disagree. I like this hero. Learning defense, she's a fast hero, and she can do a lot of stuff there. So I can't say that she's a must-have, but she is a good hero. I like her very much. And Kebu. Kebu is an amazing hero. One of the few must-haves for 4 stars. He does a lot. For a 4-star, he does a lot. He's very similar to Mildred. Except for the part of transferring, all that good stuff in that situation. But he is able to counter Ruse's defense. He does a lot for a 4-star. He's pretty impressive. I've seen a few combos with him, and it's pretty freaking funny. Very powerful hero for a 4-star, for sure. Now, which one of these 5 stars is my top choice for you guys? I mean, it has to be the must-have hero. I mean, it's Elaine. For sure, it's Elaine. It's Elaine. But do take into account that if you choose Elaine, she is extremely squishy. So if you get her at +0, +1, make sure to give her like the most powerful shield weapon you can actually muster. Because she will die like, look at this. Right out the bat, she has a lot less than attack. So, yeah, you really need a really powerful shield weapon, a hero that protects her, like a Isadora in your team and things like that. So, yeah, you really need to give her a lot of protection. But if she survives, she will overperform for sure. And make sure to keep in mind that when you use her, she breaks shields. As long as you don't forget that, she's going to overperform in everything you do with her, for sure. Very powerful hero. Now, if you don't want to get a hero at +0, I don't recommend getting Elaine +0. You need her at +1 in that situation. However, Shadow Luca, you can get her at +0. That's the biggest advantage for her. Again, do make sure to give her a shield weapon, but her abilities to create shields already do protect her to a certain degree. So she's a lot less squishier than Elaine, for sure. But do give her a good shield weapon as well to make her survive at +0. Because, but with her abilities with dodging, or abilities with getting shields, she's going to be a lot less squishy than Elaine. So if you just want a hero that is +0, you can go with Luca, and you can go with Luca if you have Idritha. If you don't have Idritha, I don't recommend you to get Luca in that situation. But if you get Idritha, you won't regret getting Luca, for sure. For sure, guys. Now, Francine is a very powerful hero, but if she's maxed out, if he's +5, she's gonna be a nightmare for many different players in that situation. So if you get Francine, it's because you want her to get her at +5. But I know that many people are not gonna get this hero at +5 in that situation. So I can't recommend you to get her at +0, +1. No, if you want this hero, you want her to be maxed. And when she's maxed, she's a pretty scary hero on defense in that situation. Now, my best options for the 4 stars are definitely is going to be a Cable. Cable, I mean, as I said, I've seen pretty amazing combos with him. He's pretty awesome. He's pretty cool. He's pretty fun to play with as well. The way he talked as well. Oh my god, he's a pretty cool hero for sure, guys. I highly recommend you to get him if you're free to play. And then the second one is definitely going to be Caitlyn. Caitlyn is one of the... She's a fast healer in freaking purple. So, yeah, she's pretty cool, guys. And gives lifelink to your team. So, yeah, very powerful hero. For a 4-star, she's pretty damn powerful. And my final option, I think it's going to be Tarmo. Tarmo has a lot more uses than Clara, especially on defense specifically. Clara, you do not want to use Clara on defense. So Tarmo, you are able to use them on defense. You are able to use them on the attack, holding the whip, protecting your team, and things like that. So that's pretty cool, guys, for sure. Alright, guys, that's pretty much it. If you have any questions, if you have any concerns, please leave it in the comments, and we'll talk about it. Alright, thank you very much for watching, guys. Have a great day. Bye-bye.